there was a cascade of memories just came back. While I was working at my community college, uh, in the IT department or specializing in the Macs, right? So this was like 2001, I think. So it was like the era of the early like colorful iMacs, and the old machines were beige. There's some fucking weird looking ones that were like in between that were only ever sold for education. It's like those are ugly. Hey, okay. Yeah, so there's this one time. Who was it? I think it was the anatomy teacher or something. It was one of the science teachers. Um, he was having some problems with his machine, so my boss told me to go take a look at it. Uh, um, I I don't think I was expected to like wipe it and rebuild it from scratch. It was just like go in, take a make sure. This was still the days of they were still running Mac OS 9, so system extensions and crap like that was a thing. Um, System 10 was introduced to uh, the community college that year while I worked there. Um, yeah, so like I go over and look at it, and I don't know. I think I found a couple things and like fixed it. Um, but there was some weird like miscommunication or something, and he just kept like calling my boss after I'd done this. I think it Honestly, I think it was to thank me. I think that's why he kept calling. But my boss got really mad because I didn't have like a cubicle or a phone or anything. Like, you can't call me. They just like brought me in and like there's like here you can work at this random ass table in the back room is where your workspace is. Like, I don't have a phone. You can't call me directly, right? So the only way to get a hold of me is through my supervisor. So yeah, this guy kept just calling him and calling him and calling him. Apparently, I kind of feel like it was probably like twice, and my supervisor was just like really butthurt about it. But I don't know. So my supervisor comes and yells at me. This is the same dude that in the story that from the last video, uh, he was afraid to like tell me that I no longer worked there. Right? He was afraid to like give me a date, but like February 3rd is your last day or whatever it was. He was like afraid to do that, but here he's like yelling at me. I'm like, I mean, I told him to if he has any problem or anything, to just give us a call. And he's like, but you don't have a phone. You can't do that. I'm like, isn't this just basic fucking customer service? Like, you want him to call the PC dude? The Windows guy? The Windows guy can't help him. Like, and you're not going to get off your ass and help him. And I got classes. That's why I was gone for like half the day, and then I came back, and it's only been like 3 hours. How can it be that bad? And some of that time was his lunch break. Plus, I know he's teaching classes too. Like, he couldn't have actually harassed you that much. I didn't say any of these things because I was like 19 or some bullshit. Like, I was a stupid kid. But, uh, yeah. In my head, like, all of this, and I'm just like, what? I told him to call if he has a problem. What's wrong with that? I don't understand what's wrong with that. And I just kept saying something along those lines over and over, and he just kept getting madder and madder and madder, and finally I just like walked out. I'm like, whatever, I'll be back tomorrow. Fucking hell. It wasn't a bad job, but there were some moments that I look back on them like, really? What the fuck?